Morning, guys. So how y'all doing today? I don't know. Well, I'm great because it's Friday. F-R-Y-D-A-Y, Friday. I don't know what day y'all will actually see this, but it's a Friday for me, and man, have I got a lot going on at Owens Outfitters today. So let me show y'all what we have going on, and then I'm gonna show you what I deal with a lot here at Owens Outfitters, a lot. And I've been dealing with it for a long time, not just at Owens, but in the last bow shop I was at. And oh man, anyway, I'll just have to show you. But let me show you what we got. Hey, make sure you like right now, like and subscribe and send this video to 5 people. 5 people. Just send it to 5 folks. But let me show you what we got in. So y'all saw in my last store video, man, we got all this hunter safety system in. What about this new hunter safety system, Shadow safety harness? I love that safety harness. Look, I honestly think it's like $79. Look at there. $79. You can't beat that. One size fits most. Love that harness. Probably one of the best sellers is this rope style tree strap. Love that. And then we have the Pro harness. I have it in Realtree, and I have it in, for you Mississippi guys, everybody here loves the Bottomland, but I have it in Realtree also here. I got all sizes in that. I got the lifelines. If you don't use this lifeline, you should give them a check out. You need to look at them online. That, you know, connects when you hang your lock on, goes down to the ground before you ever start up your steps. Put your lifeline on. Put your lifeline on. Dads, if you got kids, put your lifelines on. If you love your wife, put your lifelines on. So we got that. We got our blinds hung up here in the store. These Rhino blinds, look, there's lots of great blinds out there, but I love the Rhino blinds. Look, this is the 180. Look at this. So you can see out, but animals can't see in. How cool is that? Love that blind right there. Super, super slick. So we got all them there, and I made me a little place here in the floor right there. So love the blinds, love the rhinos. Also, did I tell y'all what I was gonna show y'all, kind of what I deal with? We're fixing to go back there in the bow shop. I'm gonna show you what I deal with, but also, I love, look at this new quiver. I got to start doing some videos on this new stuff. This is the new Shift Lock quiver. This quiver is going to get really long. This slides in the middle. So I'll kind of do a video on that. Tight spot. I kind of moved some stuff out here around to the middle of the floor. Anyway, now I'm gonna get back here in the bow shop and show you what we got. Hit it back there right now, and I'll turn y'all around. All right, so look. I mean, so honest opinion, does that look like the way a bow's supposed to be? Okay, first of all, I'm not even going to talk about the brand, because brand really don't matter, and I promise I'm not talking about customers. Okay, but if you bring me a bow at Owens Outfitters, and I mean look, really, any bow shop, guys, look, I mean, there's no strings and cables. This limb is obviously backwards as it can be. This limb, I don't know what maybe it just got turned, but that limb is supposed to go, oh, look, that looks a little better. No strings, no cables. This limb's gonna have to come all the way out of the pocket. Look, I promise it has gotten better, okay? I don't deal with this kind of stuff as much as I used to, but I still deal with it. I ordered him a set of string and cables, about $160 worth of string and cables. And then, I mean, I need to charge him $40 or so to put this bow back together and get it tuned up. So he's gonna have, and then obviously he needs arrows. He don't have any arrows. He said he didn't have a release. So he could have $300 or $400 in a bow That's not his release. That's just a release he borrowed. But he's going to have a good bit of money in this bow. And I could sell him a brand new Mission for about $500. So, I mean, the sight, we really, and look, again, nothing wrong with it. I'm not knocking it, but, oh, man. This kind of stuff with archery, I mean, I'm not a miracle worker. I'm going to do my best. But it is just, I don't know, it is just hard to deal with that right there. But I'm going to take y'all along, and I'm going to get the strings and cables put on it. And we're going to look at it together and see how it looks. May shoot it and see if we can't. Hey, how y'all like this? I'm thinking about taking this elk hunting with me. Like, can you see me sneaking up on a deer like that? So, I like it. All right, so let's get this bow put back together. I'll be right back. I'm going to set y'all up on my tripod here. All right, so already that looks better. I at least got the limbs on right. And it's really important, I don't know if you can see, you got to make sure these limbs, I got the limb bolts tightened down enough. You want to make sure those limbs stay in that pocket right there, okay? Also, when you're putting this bow in this press, it won't focus here. So you see where, so this is a 2-cam bow. If you remember I told y'all the other day, so with some 2-cam bows, you have a string, okay, and then you have a control cable and a split bus. Obviously, this one has 2 split bus, okay? The cable slide was taped on here. I think the cable that comes from here is going to go high, and this one's going to go low from this side, so I kind of have to figure that out. But when you're setting these bows in here, especially for these split bus, if you have these not in a good, if you have these little fingers on this easy press not in the right place, then these cams won't rotate. As I start pressing these bows, if these fingers are too wide, then I'm not going to be able to get, that right there is busted. I know I won't have nothing to fix that. I don't know if you can see that. See where that cable goes right there is busted, but that'll probably be okay. I'll make sure that's to the front. But anyway, though, you got to make sure you don't have those too wide whenever you put those in there, or you can't get the split bus on here. So I'm gonna start pressing this dude, and kind of the way I do it, I mean, you could look it up, but I'm gonna press it to about where I think the ATA or the axle to axle should be. And then I'll start putting the strings and cables on there, and I can kind of look at the cams as I put the strings and cables on it and know, hey, yeah, I kind of like how that looks, or no, I don't. That's gonna probably be pretty close right there. So let's get the strings and cables out of the box, and I'll get started. Like I was saying here, if you look there now, so I can get a cable in between there, but it's, you know, it's kind of tough on these bows, because you got to have room for your cam to rotate, but then you got to be able to get the cable in there. I have plenty of room there. Let's look here. That one I may have a little trouble getting it in there. I may have to back up and punt. But anyway, I'll be right back. All right, so we are making some improvements. I had it pressed about right. I went ahead and tied me a loop real quick, and I got a peep in it, even though I don't know where his peep wants to be. But right here, if you look right there, you see that busted. So I wanted where that split bus, so that clip comes off. That's on the end of the axle. So that axle goes through the limb, through the cam, and on the other side, it's the same little E-clip on the other side. But I didn't want that busted piece right there to the roll to the back, because then it might be touching my cable a little bit there. And may not be a big deal to some folks, but even though this is an old bow, and I stress this to maybe guys from other bow shops that are watching this, just because it's an old bow don't mean we can't give him, I mean, it don't matter if I'm setting up this bow or I'm setting up this V3X right here, I still am pretty OCD about the way it is. Now, I looked at some pictures. Most of the old pictures I saw, the cables were crossing down low. which is where this is. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. The cams, I don't really see. I was looking for some timing marks or something on these cams. I don't see any timing marks. I kind of have in my mind where I want those cams to be. They look really good, but I won't know until I draw it here in just a little bit. But I'm gonna finish this this loop. I got a couple of other things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some serving right here, so again, where it's on that string stop, it's not wearing it out. So let me get that done, see if I can get this. That's an add-on aftermarket. Let me see if I can get that off, and we'll fix that real quick. All right, so on this, I'm gonna take my Sharpie here, try to get that in focus, and I wanna serve it till about right there, and then about right there, something like that. So let's get my string jig out. You see where I made my 2 marks there. Don't wanna focus right there. All right, so I'm gonna hold this string right here up a little bit and start getting this on here. It's pretty easy to do. You don't have to be I mean, it's not hard to do really with this string jig. My string jig is a little bit tight, so I'm gonna loosen it just a little bit. And if I do that, it don't wrap my string as much. So I'll go there. If you see my little mark, you can see my little mark there. So as I serve it, I'll just go till I get to that mark. It'll be really nice and neat once I get there. And I am almost there. Right there. And I'm gonna pull me a little extra out, run me a little half hitch right here just to hold it, and then I'll let y'all look at it. Right there, it'll stay there. Look at there. Look how good that looks down through there. I put me a little wax on that dude and it'll be ready to go. All right, so now I'm gonna take me a little wax, dab me a little bit of wax on there, rub it in. I don't know what kind of wax y'all use. Wax is I mean, it is just the best doctor for a string, even on this new string. Zebra, Matthews makes this wax right here. It's a little bit bit slicker wax. It's kind of wet, if you will, where like this wax here, like this, I think this is an Easton bow wax. It's just a whole lot stiffer. I kind of like that Zebra wax. That's my favorite. Great wax. All right, so there you go. That's about as good looking and as easy as it gets. Everything is ready. I'm gonna shoot at a time or two, check that timing, and then I'll be able to call this guy. I'm gonna try to sell him another sight. We can do better than that sight, and then let him choose a release that is his own and get him some arrows, and he'll be able to go hunting with this one for sure. So it's rigged up. Everything looks good on it. I always go over the limbs, especially when I get one in a bag, kind of like this this bow was. It is surprisingly clean and in good shape, but it's just one of those deals where it's kind of a mess when you first get them. But if you just don't give up on it and get it fixed up, then it's good to go. All right, guys, so I'm gonna cut this video a little bit short. I'm done with that bow because we're fixing to start a project here at the store at Owens that you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss. And the video that I have here working on the project bow. It's already gonna be about probably 10 or 12 minutes long, and I feel like this other video, I don't want to run it together because it gets long and I lose you guys, and I don't want to do that, because I really want you to watch tomorrow's video. I'm telling you, what we're gonna do in this store tomorrow is gonna be pretty awesome. So thank y'all for following the Fanchers. God bless. Jesus saves. We got lots of bows to do, and make sure you watch tomorrow, but make sure you like and subscribe. Send this video 5 people. Appreciate you following the Fanchers. Later.